Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Resilience. And let me shout out one of my supporters, Jeffrey Brundy Jr. He wanted me to address this last week, but I already had something in the queue. So I want to address this week. And, resilience. I'm going to tell you what. You have to have it going through life. You have to have it. I don't care who you are. I don't care how blessed you are, what your talents are, right? There's going to be times that things ain't going to go for you, even if it's for a few hours. I mean, and that's the very lucky people. There's something you're going to be like, something ain't going to work for you and stuff. Something going to go wrong. Your car going to break down. Your dryer going to break down. I got to have my dryer fixed now, It's like you're going to be, at the very least, slightly inconvenienced. And that's the better thing if you just slightly inconvenienced. There's some people, they go through some real trouble. They've had, home burned down. And actually, when I was a freshman in college, had the apartment building I lived in burned to the ground. Like, I got out literally, only thing that I got out of that was, out there with nothing on but some pajamas. I ain't even have shoes on when I got out of there. I had to borrow clothes to get home. But the point is, we go through stuff, accidents, and then personal setbacks, and especially in relationships, we go through periods of depression. We go through periods when we question our self-worth, everything. Or you can be in business or something. You're going to be some days in business, money is just going to flow. It's going to be like water. You don't have enough baskets to catch all the water flowing, right? And then there's going to be some times you're going to be like struggling just to get that like payment or something like that. But the key to going through life period is resilience. You got to be strong. You got to be able to hold the course. It's easy to be resilient when things are going well. Very easy to be resilient. But when you're being resilient when things are going poorly, when you're struggling, you could be struggling financially and stuff, and you got to get your food from a dollar store or something. I've actually been there. I've been there, right? And when you got to do that, that's when things are like bad, but you still got to be resilient, because life, you'll see some meme about the journey to success. It is never a straight line. There's pitfalls, there's potholes, there's distractions, everything. And so you got to have that resilience to get through it, no matter what. And it's just a strength, and really just life. You got to have it. If you can't have that resilience to survive just life, period, I mean, it's going to be a hard time for you. I think unfortunately, that's why a lot of people, they might check out, they might get on drugs, they will go as far as kill themselves. But the thing with resilience to understand is it's just knowing that no matter what, the sun always rises. There's always going to be a new day, no matter how deep you can go. And I'm going to tell you what, don't think Rom has been successful the whole time. I've had some failures. In fact, I had a detractor one time on a video. I still remember this because it just struck me. It really did strike me. They were trying, you failed at this today. First of all, they didn't really know what the hell I failed at, and they made assumptions. But I will say this. Yes, I failed in life. Anybody who's reached my age and say they haven't failed at something in life. And for the most part in my life, what I've touched has turned to gold, but that hasn't been always the case. There's always something I failed at. There's always some idea I put out there, or there's always some plan I had that didn't go through. But I was resilient no matter what. I said no matter what, you can get out of it. I remember what a guy told me one time. This was a real estate guy, owned several properties. He would buy and sell like distressed properties. And he said something very profound, one of the most spiritual things I ever heard, right? He said, no matter what problem you have, you can solve it. Any man-made problem you have, you can solve it. And that's the thing people have to remember. It's not right away, no matter what. If you get kicked out, you lose your job, you get evicted from your apartment, your home burns down, you go through foreclosure. No matter what, you can always change it. It can get better. Because just when you hit that 0 point, like say you get fired from a job, right? You get fired from a job, you can't pay your rent, something like that, you get kicked out or something. No matter what, you can still do it. There might be that one relative, friend or something you can stay with. Then once you find someplace to stay, then if you're resilient, you go out and say, okay, I got fired from this job, I'm going to go get another job. And that other job you get might be the new thing. Because, see, that's the thing with being resilient. That's the main thing. If you can be resilient, if you can be strong in the face of adversity, there's always a silver lining. Because just the nature of life, you can, once you make that choice, like, you know what, I'm going to do better. That's all you really have to do. Be resilient and have faith. Faith in yourself, you can do better. It'll happen. Once you start changing some things. Right? And I've talked about that before, changing the water or something like that. Changing the water, changing your environment, something like that. Right? If you're resilient, you can get through those bad times easy. You can swim through that dirty water because you can get to a point where you start swimming in clean water. But you got to have the strength. It's like no matter what. And I've seen a lot of people that get down. They wonder if they're going to find like the right career, the right job, the right place to live, the right mate, the right circumstances. But on your journey, you going through it. But if you're resilient, you can get through it. That's the key. That's a strength. That's a deep strength. That's a powerful strength. When somebody has that strength so deep, when they believe in themselves so much that they can like really get through anything. And that's something everybody can develop. Everybody got that within them. Now here's a trick. I don't usually do this, but when you going through some bad stuff, right? You going through a bad time, stop. Meditate, just get real quiet. Just sit, breathe, go for a drive, something, get out in nature, right? Empty your mind, because one of the things when you're going through bad stuff, by nature, you start thinking about a bunch of scenarios, right? You got the people on the way to, put your stuff out. Most people think, okay, what am I do with this? What am I do with that? You found out your mate was been cheating with your best friend for like 20 years or something. And you got to just stop. No matter what's going on, just stop. Breathe. Take things one step at a time. Now, you see how all my stuff starting to connect together? Take one step at a time. All right, say you in this situation. Okay, all right. Let me start doing this. Let me start, you got to get a job or something and say, okay, let me take my time. Let me go get a job one step at a time. Hey, right? Take it one step. Don't try to rebuild everything in a day. Just take it brick by brick, right? Figure out, if it's a money situation, figure out where you can save money. Figure out how you can get a job. If it's a bill collector or something, you know what? Talk to them. Sometimes depending on who it is, you can talk to them no matter what. Do you have to sacrifice some stuff? You might have to get, you might not need that Xbox. You might have to get a less expensive car. You might have to move to a smaller place. But once you get calm, then all of a sudden you get calm. You take all the negative scenarios out your mind. All of a sudden you're open for positive things. Then solutions can actually come in because you're not cluttered your mind up about, how this can get worse. You don't have that anxiety. So, and that's just basic. But the bottom line is just be resilient. You have to be in this world. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for listening. And as peace and blessings to everyone. And as always, keep rising and transforming.